Catus Maximus here. Kind of an odd thumbnail photo, kind of hard to photograph these. These are, I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you can. Channel lock number 447. These are some classic ones. They were chrome plated at one point. Unfortunately, channel lock was kind of known for thin chrome plating. But it was indeed a high alloy steel. So the rust just doesn't build up or make the really big bubbly rust. It kind of, the higher the alloy steel, the less cancerous rust can really get on it. That's what I've kind of found. Nice large rivet in there. Anyway, these are known as their curved head side cutters. You essentially have three kinds of cutters. These are the 337. These are the 447. These end nippers are the 357. So you basically have end nippers like these. And I'm just using, I have a variety of these, but I happen to have channel locks, so we'll do all channel lock comparisons. And if we compare to normal side cutters, we can see that there's just a slight angle here, where on the 447s, it's a much steeper angle. And we can see on this style that this surface is really pretty straight. But if we look at the 447s, there is just a bit of a curvature. And so that's really the whole point to these, is the fact that you can get on a surface, you have quite a bit of clearance, so you can get at something and be able to get a good grip on it, or a good grip on the handles to be able to make a nice cut, or maybe you need to grab something that's really flush and do some prying action. That's the whole point. When you're using ones like these, trying to do the same type of operation, you can see that you'll be really close to the surface, so you just may not be able to get a good grip on the handle. And if you're using it for prying, you just don't have much movement. So that's the whole purpose of the 447s. And channel lock's been probably made these for more than half a century. They're still made today with the traditional blue handles. Whenever I find old pliers like these, there's really pretty simple. You just check to make sure this has a tiny bit of play, which I don't mind considering how old the pliers are. So you just check play in the rivet, because especially in cutters, if there's too much play, then the jaws will do this and they absolutely can't cut correctly. The other thing is just close them and put them up to the light, and to see if you can see light gaps, and that will really quickly tell. You can see that there's a little light gap right there where there's a slight dent in the jaw, but I figured for some unique 447s, the rest of the, besides right here at the bottom, the rest of the jaws are actually in pretty good condition. Here we have like fiber reinforced PVC, and even these being pretty well used, cut something like this just fine even with the fiber reinforcing. And if you're really good with a stone, then you can open these up and just carefully stone the jaws and help bring them back into near perfect shape. But these are more than good enough for any operations I may need to do. Cutting wires, cutting, zip ties, that type of stuff. Once again, trying to get into certain surfaces and grab a hold of stuff and pry them out. Really kind of a handy set of cutters. And guess I wasn't really aware of 447s. Just had saw these, and I see a million of these side cutters all the time, and it wasn't really a big deal. I just kind of noticed that, like, wow, those seem to have quite a bit more bend than a normal set of side cutters. And then, of course, when I noticed that they said channel lock, of course, I had to pick them up. Good old Meadville, Pennsylvania tools. And had to do my obligatory video. So there's just another tool people can add to their arsenal. Once again, just to double check. There's a little bit of play in the rivet, but once again, that's just fine. You just don't want to have tons of play. And now you're aware of another tool. Besides just normal end cutters and side cutters, there's actually what they call bent nose cutters. Or excuse me, channel lock calls these curved nose cutters. That just kind of are an in-between, being 90 degree, being straight or nearly straight like these, or being 90 degrees like these. They just give you another option for tight access areas. If you're somebody who does a lot of wiring and wire work, wire service, that's where I could really see these coming in handy, because these just allow you to get into certain areas that the other two styles of cutters wouldn't allow you to. Anyway, really appreciate everybody's been watching and subscribing, and if you haven't subscribed, please do. Till next time, Catus Maximus out.